Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna start the next unit on the Outer Build series. As you can see, for this week's unit is gonna be Abellio, the Water Druid. Now let's take a brief look into his skill overview. So for his first skill, we have Touch of Punishment. Attacks an enemy and stuns a target for one turn with a 35% chance, which goes up to 50% chance with skill ups. Then we have Wild Blow, attacks an enemy to inflict damage that increases according to your defense and recovers 30% of the inflicted damage as HP. In addition, when used in beast form, the damage you inflict will be increased by 20% and then transforms into druid form. Now, a point to note is that although it says the damage increases according to your defense, this is not, it also scales with attack with the same proportionate. So it's 400%, I believe, is the multiplier. 400% of your defense and 400% of your attack. So the point is adding value in defense and attack will increase the damage overall. Wild Cure recovers HP of all allies by 30%. In addition, when used in Druid form, increases the attack bar of all allies by 15% and then transforms into Beast form to provoke all enemies for one turn with a 50% chance. Now, this goes up to a 4-turn cooldown with fully skilled. Then we have Druid's Wit, removes all harmful effects granted on yourself and increases your attack bar by 100% if an ally's HP falls to 40% or below from an attack. Then we have in Beast form, when it goes Endurance of the Beast, increases your attack bar by 15% when you're attacked. Also recovers the HP of all allies by 10% every turn. If you think about it, this passive is kind of strong. It's basically a combination of Wind Panda's passive and a part of Perna's passive. Then we have Wild Cure. Whenever this is used in Beast form, it doesn't provide that attack bar increase as it said it would. Then we have Wild Blow. Used in Beast form, it does more damage. Now, let's take a look at his stat priority. Now, his stat priority will be dependent on how you would like to build him. It can be built two ways, which is the damage dealer Bruiser way, or you can build him as a soul healer. Now, if you're going to build him as a healer, a early game healer, then his stat priority should be speed, HP, defense, and a little bit of accuracy. Right? If you're going to build him as a damage dealer, then his stat priority should be crit rate, defense, crit damage, speed, HP, and some attack here and there. Accuracy would help out. So it has, you need more rune quality to build him as a damage dealer as opposed to a healer. Let's say if you're going to build him as a early game healer, then the rune set you'd like to go with him is, let's call it like Violent Nemesis. That's the early game build. I mean, granted, you will not likely to have good violent runes, but if you're using him as a healer, it shouldn't matter too much. So let's say we're gonna go with speed slot 2. Um, we're going to look for something that gives a lot of HP in substats and a little accuracy here and there. This is fine, so we can use this. And then we're going to look for some, we can opt to go either defense percent or HP percent on slot 4 or 6. So it's good to have a good balance of each. So for here, we're going to go with HP. And then for here, we're going to go with defense. Right? We'll take this one as accuracy, which is nice. But this one is a little bit more, I guess this is more tankier, but more speed. So speed is always nice to have. Then we're going to look a bit on Nemesis. So Violent Nemesis. I believe this one would be nice. Good speed, HP, attack, and defense. That's all of those stats. And also we're going to look at defense on this side. Not for Nemesis. I don't see any runes. Like this will do nicely. This will do nicely. So this this could work. Yeah, this would be really nice. And then we go with HP right here. I guess this would suffice. Or this would be nice. So that's how you build him as a early game build. As it relates to the artifacts, you'd likely to look for artifacts that gives increases recovery rate. So we're gonna look for something that increases recovery rate. Where is it? Yes, that's it right there. So we'll look for something like this. This is really nice to use. So we'll use that for here. You can opt to go with anything that reduces damage, the damage taken. So we're gonna go crit damage taken, and this is the best one that I have right here, so we can use it. So that's it for the early game build. I mean, granted, chances are early game's runes will not look like this, but the idea is to get him on Violent Nemesis. Now, for a mid-game build or arena defense, say you want him to counter Lucians in arena, then you'd want to take out this slot the defense from here and go with HP because Lucian ignores defense. So you want something that can help to mitigate absorb the damage. So this would be pretty nice to absorb Lucian damage. Another way that you could build him, I'll still classify this as early to mid game, is by building it with Violent Will. Violent Nemesis will counter Lucian better because his passive will not be enough to forcibly get a turn so that he can heal his allies. So Nemesis will make sure that happens. Will cut the second Lucian, and this applies even if they are speed tuned. So another way you could build him is with Violent Will runes. So we're going to remove those will runes right here because you know it can get reset. So this is a pretty nice violent set, but I'm going to choose one with more HP. Let me see here. What do we have? Like this one will go nice. And then we put another violent set here. This will go nicely. The stats kind of get lower. I don't really want anything lower in stat. Let me look for something else. This would be nice. Seems as if my will runes, this would be nice. It seems as if my Nemesis runes are a bit better than my will, so this would be a good violent set to function as a healer. Now, the end game build or the late game build, if you're using him as a damage dealer, it's gonna take a lot more rune quality to build him as a damage dealer than it is to build him as a healer. Now, I would have already have him built as a damage dealer, so I'm going to just swap over his runes as well as his artifacts. So that is how he would be built as a damage dealer. Let me swap the artifacts and I'll go through them shortly. So this is how I'd have him built as a damage dealer. As you can see, he has great crit rate, so he'll consistently crit. Crit damage is kind of on the low side, but that's okay. Decent accuracy, even though I wasn't really trying to aim for it. Great defense. This defense is really nice. He has good speed. There's no point in having a slow Bruiser, especially one that heals, right? No point. He won't get a turn much, and he has excellent attack, right? Remember I said earlier that with the Wild Blow, it also not only scales with defense, but also scales with attack. So you'll not only benefit from the defense that's coming from here, but also the attack. And he has really nice HP. 14,000 HP, more than 100% HP, which is really nice. Now, as it relates to his artifacts, I try to go for artifacts that, you know, will scale well with his skills. So, for skill 2 and skill 3, he recovers HP on both skills. So, this just makes it a whole lot better. Remember, he gains HP whenever he attacks, right? It says, in addition, it says recovers 30% of the inflicted damage as HP. So, this would help out as well. Then we have Wild Cure that recovers HP of all allies by 30%. So is this artifact here makes it really nice. Let me see. This should be a better view. Not really. It doesn't show the skill description. Then we have additional damage by 4% of defense. So this will actually help him to hit harder. And then we have crit damage on slot 1. I mean, that's okay. I would have preferred it was defense increase in effect, or at least accuracy, but that's okay. Then we have his artifact, left artifact, so additional damage by 9% of defense, additional damage by 4% of attack, and as I would have said before, he also scales with attack, so this property right here is not wasted. Then we have damage received from wind, and damage dealt on water. I mean, if I could get something else like defense increase in effect, it would be fine. Damage received from wind is actually good because, wind will target water more. So that is how you build Abellio for mainly guild content and RTA. So his build right now is what I'll use in RTA and guild content. So that's it for this week's video. So please look forward to the next one. Peace out.